Yeah, you bring me to a very important question I was thinking about as we're talking about the topic is the financing piece. Um, do you get involved in that? Does your company help facilitate conversations, direct the person into who is interested in buying a franchise into the best options for them? And can you walk us through that financing piece?
Absolutely. So, yes, we do a high level review on financing. We always recommend to a funding partner, such as Benetrends or Fran Fund, where they'll do a full review. There's no cost for the review, and they'll give you both recommendations in their wheelhouse, outside their wheelhouse, which is great, and that's why we recommend it to them. And then there's a cost if you move forward. So, lots of different options. What we've seen is the top three are home equity lines of credit, real estate market, in many parts of the U.S. and Canada have done really well. So people are using equity in their home in order to reinvest in a business. Less on the cost side, quicker to get those funds. Another option that's been extremely popular is called a ROBS. It's a rollover business startup. This was created actually back in, I believe it was 1975 with the IRS and Benetrends. And what that is essentially you are creating a C corporation. That's your entity and buying shares in the business. So essentially taking your money out of your retirement, which you have to qualify for. And this is the tricky part. It has to be a traditional IRA, a 401k from a previous employer. And you get the money. It's usually about a 30-day or less process. You just have to use a reputable company that is going to help you with all your IRS reporting, or you will get audited. I've heard a
That's
lot of
not fun.
stories. That's not fun. But just because you're taking money, if you're not filling out the appropriate paperwork, it looks like you took an early withdrawal from the business. If you're a U.S. citizen, then you can take advantage of the SBA, Small Business Association loan. It's a government-backed loan, 10-year variable rate, where you're putting about, we'll call it 20-30% down, depending on what that franchise fee is. And that's roughly a 10-year loan. But yeah, we just because you have options doesn't mean some people are just not comfortable taking money and using retirement assets. I will say, and I've been doing this a long time, a lot of CPAs don't understand that plan. So what a company like Benetrends does is they say, you know what, get your CPA in the line, the three of them. So Benetrends, the person looking at the franchise, and the CPA, will do a three-way conference call to see if it makes sense. That's a great option if you're comfortable with it, and there's nothing to pay back. It's your money versus using an SBA loan. One that I like, and kind of a fourth option that I notice not too many people are using, is a security-backed loan, a loan on your non-retirement investments. This is my favorite. You have 100K in a stock portfolio. You can take a loan, I believe, up to 70% of that, and you're taking a loan on your own money. You could do it through your financial advisor. You keep the securities. There's no commissions or cap loss, cap gains. And the caveat and the thing to consider is if that 100K is invested in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has been pretty volatile, if it drops below that threshold, there could be a margin call. There could be, where you have to, put in some extra funds in there to get it back up to that 70% ratio. So, but that's also a quick way of just leveraging your non-retirement assets. It's quick, it's easy. They'll give you the rates, and maybe the rate is 7%, but you're gaining 10%, so you're still up 3%. Obviously, that's a variable, and that's not something anyone can predict. But yeah, we do that, and then we do high level. We send over to Benetrends. They'll do an analysis, and at the end of the day, it's let me look at options. Let me look at all the costs involved. The time frames. There's going to be a big difference in time frame from an SBA loan to a retirement rollover. If you're based out of Canada, then you would not have access to the SBA loan. I'm assuming you have access to retirement
Yeah, they have
rollover and everything else.